Right to the side and stop. That's never gonna happen, is it? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm with Jack.
Hey.
If you don't know who Jack is, you should by now. Jack is my now fiancé. Are you looking here or here?
In the middle.
So basically, wait, let's see how long it's been.
About 6 or 7 weeks.
15th of July. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a half weeks ago.
It's a long time now.
It feels like forever. So basically 5.5 weeks ago, on the 14th of July 2017, Jack asked me to be his wife.
I put her on lockdown.
That's really your favourite phrase for that. And basically, we do weekly vlogs, but we did not film, or you did not film the proposal. Just us.
Yeah, I wanted to keep it private. Well,
I think that's nice.
Considering the fact it was going to be impossible for me to set it up as well.
You were by yourself.
The way I'd planned it and things like that, I had no help.
I still can't believe that you managed, honestly.
It was supposed to be in a public area, so to try and
set it up without me knowing.
Set up a camera recorder and stuff like that would have been impossible.
So basically, in the vlog that the week that we got engaged, we said that we would sit down and tell you guys what happened. So here it is. I would start the story as we got this last minute job in LA. Jack was quite stressed out and we were driving through to see my family the day we got the news, and he made me drive. He was like, you can drive, and I do love driving, but you always drive. You always like driving too. Yeah. So when I was driving, Jack was on his phone the whole time, and I was like, and honestly, 6 months maybe like 3 months leading up to this point, I had cottoned on to the fact that Jack was acting quite weird. I was like, I kept on saying to him, I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I was like, what are you doing? He was always disappearing off on his phone and stuff, and I was just like, he's being a total weirdo. Didn't know what was going on, obviously. We got to LA, and then the day before we had an event. We went to the event, we had fun. The next day I was working early in the morning, and then we chilled by the pool all day, didn't we? And then at the end of the day, we were shooting a bit of the lookbook. We were shooting a lookbook at this point, and Jack said, I really want to go to the Griffith Observatory. And I was thinking, I was like, yeah, it's nice, but I have been like 3 times before. But I was like, and then you said, oh no, it'll be nice, it's sunset and blah blah blah. Yeah. It was a beautiful day, obviously, in LA.
I planned it for that day anyway, but Jamie was looking good, so I was like, right, today or tonight rather will be the night. We got in a car to go to the Griffith Observatory, and if you don't know the layout, Griffith Observatory is at the top of this hill in the Hollywood Hills, and then there's a windy road down the hill, and then at the foot of the hill there's a place called the Greek Theatre, which is a really famous theatre, and it just so happened there was a huge show on that night. It was a Friday night, so our journey, which should have been about 25 minutes, turned into an hour and a half. So when we were in the car going up this hill, the sun went down. Yeah, so I'd planned it to be
nice.
I planned it to be like dusk, sun setting. It's dusk, isn't it?
Yeah, dusk.
I planned it to be like dusk, with the sun setting over the city and stuff like that. It's kind of just getting a wee bit dark, stars coming out, but gridlocked up that hill for about
it was really bad.
An hour, over an hour.
It was making me feel sick because the car was kind of lurching forward and then stopping, and lurching forward and stopping. And then by the time we got up to the Griffith Observatory, it was dark. It was actually quite cold.
Did you say the concert was on?
Yeah, I said
so
the concert.
The concert was like a 90s themed concert.
It was like a 90s R&B, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which I actually probably would have loved.
Should I just take me there?
We got to the top finally. It was mobbed with tourists. Like, it was the busiest I've ever seen it. Every time I've been, it's been during the week, in the morning. So it's been actually really nice and quiet. But it was dark, it was actually pretty cold. I had like a little playsuit on, so I was absolutely freezing, and it was absolutely mobbed with tourists, wasn't it?
Jamie was getting moody and
I was
cranky.
The biggest shame of it all was I had started getting tired. I was kind of crabbit. That means moody, by the way. Crabbit is a good Scottish word for anyone that wants to know it. I started getting really moody, I was hungry, I was tired. I'd been there before, so I was like, oh, what a waste of a night. What a waste of a night coming back here. And even you'd been before as well. It's not like it was your first time.
Yeah, it was like so busy as well, so we were walking around, and I'd planned to do it like on the back end. Obviously when I took you around the back end of
with the view,
anywhere you went was just mobbed.
It was just so busy. And then obviously we had been shooting that day, so I had my makeup on, my hair done, and my wee outfit on, and Jack kept on trying to make me like take pictures, and I was like, Jack, I don't want to take any pictures.
It's like, just do it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to take any pictures. At one point, Jack was like, oh, why don't you just like stand at this wall and like look out to the view? And I was like, no. I was like, that's a stupid idea. Yeah. So I was just getting really crabby. And then Jack had this backpack at all times because the camera was in the backpack, so I just thought he was being protective over the camera.
Yeah, I had my hand
Later on, I
had like my hand on the ring box the whole time. And I was holding the bag, just looking for like a prime moment to pull it out.
Oh, I feel terrible. I still feel terrible. But anyway, so we spent about an hour up there. Mm. I remember you said, right, if you're tired and you're kind of done with it, why don't we just go home? And I was like, right, okay. So it was still really, really busy. It took us absolutely ages to get a taxi. So we were just sitting in the cold on this wee thing. There was still so many people up there. Yeah. And I remember you turned around and went, I feel really bad because this was my idea and I don't think you've had a good time. And I was like, well, it was your idea, wasn't it? I was like, I just want to go home. So we finally get an Uber. The guy that turns up to take us home. Yeah, he was like this. He was a nice enough guy. He was a lovely guy. He was a nice guy,
but he had like, it was
what kind of car was it?
It was I can't remember. It was
like one of those.
Saloon.
No, it wasn't. It was like a wee Peugeot 206 type thing.
Oh, so it was. Yeah, it was like a wee 3-door hatchback.
It did have 5 doors.
Yeah, but it was that kind of hatchback.
It felt like a small car, and as soon as you sat in it, the smell was absolutely disgusting. And he had all his wee toys, didn't he?
Yeah, he was listening to like fucking heavy rock music as well.
The whole way home.
It was just killing the mood, man. I was like, dude, you're killing me.
Yeah, it was bad. So basically the whole way home he was playing this music, which I actually don't mind and you don't mind as well. We knew most of the music, so I was like, yeah, whatever. But the car was stinking. He had all his wee toys all over the car. Like, it looked like he lived in his car. Yeah. And they kept on farting and turning around and saying, do you guys smell sulphur?
Yeah, he was trying to cover his tracks.
Yeah, and I was like, mate, that's literally coming out of your bumhole.
It was just completely ruining the mood.
It was absolutely disgusting. So we finally got home. I was literally like, I'm going to bed. Got up to the room.
Jamie started like stripping off, getting ready for bed.
I just started like literally taking off my coat. You're lucky I didn't take a wipe to my face. But yeah, I just started getting ready for bed, and then I just remember you going, wait. I'll get a picture of you from a Snapchat. And I was like, I don't care about your Snapchat.
I don't know if you guys seen in the vlog, the room was really nice, but the layout was even better because, well, for me, or for the situation rather, it was really better because they had like double doors that opened onto like overlooking the Hollywood Hills.
Really nice view.
Yeah.
Really nice view.
Yeah.
So Jack said to me, go and stand. He opened up the double doors. Another thing I should mention, we'd left our room service in the room, so the whole place stunk of parmesan. It smelled like cheese in the room. Yeah. So as soon as I walked in, I was like, this room's stinking. And Jack was like, wait, we'll get a picture. So he opened up the double doors, and then he was like, go and stand and then look at the view and I'll take a picture for my Snapchat. And then you had your phone in your hand, and honestly I didn't really think that anything was going to happen until that second when he was making me like pose and I was looking out at the view, and then you said, oh, that's a nice one. And then I remember standing for this picture, and then Jack said, oh, that's a nice one. And then I turned around and he was on one knee. And I didn't think, honestly, do you know what's so weird is I didn't think anything of it at all, but then when I was standing posing for that picture in that moment, I thought about turning around to look at the reflection in the door to see what you were doing, because I was like, he's been sneaky, he's been really sneaky. So basically that's what happened. Jack said some lovely things, he asked me to marry him. Two funny things, when I turned around the ring box was closed. Jack is adamant that is what's meant to happen. He thinks that you're meant to keep you're meant to keep the box.
Nah, that was my excuse because my hands were like fucking shaking.
I've never seen Jack nervous before, but your hands were shaking.
So I couldn't open the box in time. He turned around too fast.
We said we had a moment, you said some nice things, you asked me, and then I said yes straight away, didn't I?
You started crying.
I had a wee cry, but I promise you, it was a pretty silent like tear. It was like an old movie, I promise. made sure of it. But no, I did cry, and I didn't think I would.
No.
But I think it was because I turned around and the first thing Jack said was, I really tried, I really tried up at the observatory. And I was like, I think I felt so bad because I know that I had been a bit of a nightmare that night. I'd just been difficult and I was tired, and when I get crabby
it got late on, like everything was going so well up until we hit the bottom of the hill, and it just took so long.
Were you nervous then?
It took so long to get up there, and it was
so
roasting. The car was
really hot, yeah.
The sun was like setting over this hill. There was so many people around.
There's too many people to make it nice, eh? Too many.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we had our moment, and then the first thing I asked you was who knew. And my mum and dad had known since January, and my friend Cara had known since October before. It was nice. It was like not that many people knew. A few of my friends had an inkling. It was kind of annoying, by the way. Every time I was going somewhere, they were like, oh, maybe it's now. And I was like, shut up. My favourite thing about the whole story and how it happened is your thoughtfulness behind it all. And it's the reason that you were stressed out when we found out we were going to LA. But basically, my ring is from my favourite jeweller in New York, and it wasn't easy to get it, was it?
No,
no,
because I had to get it. Well, I'd planned to get it imported to the UK.
So what happened? Did you email them and say, "Hey, I want a ring"?
Yeah, so I'd been in touch with the jeweller, and I'd ordered it and things like that, and I'd had it.
You'd paid for it.
Everything was paid for.
You'd booked shipping.
I'd booked the shipping to the UK because
obviously
there was no way I would get into New York without you realising. So I'd ordered it to the UK, but then obviously we had the LA invite through, so I was like, shit man, I'm going to be flying across to America. The ring's going to be dispatched to the UK, we're going to cross ships in the night sort of thing. And
he'd booked it to get delivered to his mum and dad's house, and they were on holiday at the time.
Yeah.
So the ring would be getting delivered to an empty house. And obviously it's absolutely terrifying, the idea of getting an engagement ring shipped.
Yeah.
Saying that wasn't what you did was much braver.
So the day we were going through to your aunt's, I was straight onto the jeweller. That's why I was.
I know, that's why you were acting like a weirdo. He was like, you can drive, and he sat in his phone the whole time. I was stressed out my
nut that day because I had to try and rearrange the delivery to get it shipped out to LA, and I managed to do it by one day.
He got in touch with the jeweller and said, have you shipped it to the UK yet? And the guy was like, no, but we're doing it tomorrow. And Jack was like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And then
I caught them so close.
So you arranged it to get it shipped from New York to LA.
Yeah.
The day after we got to LA,
it arrived really quickly.
Yeah, Jack woke me up and was like, I'm going to go and check out a boxing gym in downtown LA, and I was like, okay, cool, have fun. Did not say, oh, I'll come with you or anything like that. So he did that well. But then he showed me pictures on his phone. He was like, oh, this is the gym I'm going to, and I was like, yeah, okay.
I showed her like a
fake gym.
A 20-year-old picture of Roy Jones Jr. and his prime boxing. It was the first one I could find with a crappy internet connection.
He showed me this picture of this boxing ring and was like, this is where I'm going. I was like, okay, have fun. So he goes in the morning, I'm just getting ready and stuff. He came home and he was like, oh, cost $30 in an Uber to get there. I was like, oh, that's a nightmare, babe. And he was like, cost $30 to rent the gloves. I was like, oh, what a morning you've had.
I know.
And then that was it. Didn't think twice about it. But what were you actually doing?
I went to a UPS depot, and I'd ordered the ring for collection there.
So he walks into this big huge warehouse full of parcels and was like, hey, I'm picking up a package. And he gave a number, and within like 20 seconds he was like, there you go.
I was so relieved it was there and everything had went smoothly.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So I think you were really bold. I just can't believe that like it was just sitting there.
I know.
In a post. And also,
so
Jack,
shout out to UPS, because that delivery service.
The one and only time that UPS have probably done it right. And then other than that, it was just like a really lovely time.
Yeah.
So that is the story. That is how I almost ruined it by being a grumpy bitch.
It all worked out for the best.
But it all worked out. I was shocked. I am happy. I said yes straight away. Mm-hmm. I didn't really know, but you were acting weird.
Yeah, I was nervous.
You were nervous. But people saw that in the vlog that week when you were like, oh, I'm not really eating anything. So Jack asked my dad way back in January, which I think is really, really sweet. Obviously, he didn't have to do that, but I love the fact that you did. And my dad said, obviously...
Yeah, I went old school.
You went old school, you did.
Done it proper.
Aww. So that is our little story on how we got engaged. I love it. I love her at her thing.
Yeah, me too. It's a good story. When you think about all the things that went wrong and how it could have went even more wrong, it did work out for the best, and it gave us a good story.
Yeah, it could have went more pear-shaped.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially imagine the ring had got lost or something.
Yeah, so many factors.
Oh, and then I had to show you. That is my ring. For anyone that wanted to see it, because obviously that's what people want to see. Jack did pick it himself, which I couldn't believe. I was sure that Cara had picked it.
Cara helped me out with the jewellers and stuff like that.
She told you the jeweller, but you picked it all yourself. I don't think I give you enough credit in day-to-day life, because I can't believe that you had the capacity to pull something like that off.
You all heard this?
Yes.
You all heard this?
I've learned my lesson. I can ask you to do more stuff now. So yeah, you guys, we just wanted to do that really quickly, and it's funny because we are actually filming from a hotel in LA right now.
Yeah.
And this is where we got engaged.
Back to where it all happened.
Aww. So you guys, we hope you like this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.